It's Wellness Nerd Out time! What's up, guys? Happy Wellness Nerd Out time. And today, I want to talk about exercise and sleep. You know, how much sleep should I be getting if I exercise frequently? Does it matter when I'm exercising really throughout the day for getting a good night's sleep? Things like that. So, 7 to 10 hours is generally what we should be getting, at least in that range, at least. If you're somebody who does rigorous exercise frequently, even moderate exercise frequently, you got to be getting 7 to 10 hours. I say no less than 8, always, just about. But you look at bodybuilders and they get 15 hours or more. I mean, there's reports up to 21. I mean, that's, crazy. So what are you doing? You got 3 more hours of the day. I guess you just worked out and went to bed with time you have for eating. But the point is, don't be afraid to get 10, 11, 12 hours of sleep, at least on the weekends when you can afford to, or go to bed really early at night and get that sleep before you hit that 9 to 5 tomorrow. At least get 9 hours or 10 hours, So especially, again, if you're somebody who exercises frequently, right? Now, although a lot of sleep's really good for all of us. It's a myth that, you can really oversleep, and that all the studies about oversleeping, they kind of come from people with low socioeconomic status that really don't have much going on all day and they happen to sleep longer. And so, it's this whole debate, is it really accurate? Is it not? Well, just about not. I mean, you should get as much sleep as you can. So exercising frequently actually improves your sleep quality and reduces the amount of time that it takes for you to fall asleep. So you fall asleep quicker. If you're somebody, your brain's racing throughout the day, right? Or at night, right before bed, you lay in bed, you stay awake, you don't know why. Maybe start to do some rigorous, at least, moderate to intense exercise a few hours before bed, which also will increase the amount of slow wave sleep that you go through, or deep sleep, and this is the most restorative stage of sleep. All right, so we've talked about slow wave before in terms of growth hormone production or testosterone, blah, 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 hormones and things like that. But that's where you're really getting a lot of this recovery from exercise, right? And so it's no surprise that the body responds adaptively by increasing the amount of slow wave you're going to get when you exercise frequently. All right, so how long before bed? Right, because I work a 9 to 5, I get home, I'm not going to exercise and go to bed. You're telling me to get 1 million hours of sleep. I'm going to go work out right after, and now I'm going to be awake all night. So when you work out, you do a few things. You raise your core body temperature, right? And that's and you're releasing good endorphins, right? Especially with aerobic exercise. And so you're releasing these good endorphins, and it's keeping you stimulated mentally. It's keeping you in a good mood, but feeling awake. When you're raising your core body temperature, it's telling your body, your circadian clock, that it's daytime. So how far do we want to work out before we're going to sleep? At least 2 hours. That's the short answer. At least 2 hours. When we talk about raising the core body temperature, that'll generally subside that effect within 30 to 90 minutes. And the good endorphin thing we're just talking about, well, about an hour or two, you'll have a strong release. But if you do that aerobic exercise 2-3 hours before bed, you will be good, my friend. So there you go. I want to say, too, because I had a question about this today, and it's kind of off the topic, but if when should I have protein around working out? We've done a video on this on One Wellness before. Should I work out on an empty stomach? If I'm not working on an empty stomach, blah, 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 blah. All these things. How you doing? Who do we got on here? Riley Devine. Thanks for hopping on, girl. Hope you're having a great day today. Enjoy. Happy One Wellness. So in terms of eating, right, if you're somebody who are intermittent fasting, well, you're going to want some protein in your body so you don't undergo amino acid catabolism, breaking down your muscles for energy in the absence of oxygen while you're working out via anaerobic respiration, right? Because it requires oxygen to break down fat, right? So you're going to be breaking down glucose until you run out of those stores. And if you haven't eaten in 3 to 6 hours before that workout, take some branched chain amino acids right before you work out to prevent your muscles from breaking down while still getting the benefits of fasting. Or, it'll take you out of ketosis temporarily, but by the end of that workout, you're going to be straight back in it pretty much. So, Deshaun, what's up, my man? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing great. I'm sure you are. Good to see you. So if you're somebody who eats frequently, like, does it matter? Do I need to have protein right after I work out? Here's the thing. If you've eaten within a few hours up to that workout, you have ample stores, amino acid stores, that is, right? To not undergo amino acid catabolism, muscle breakdown, right? You're not breaking down the proteins. You don't need to. And if if you're somebody who eats frequently and, you missed 5 hours before that workout, well then, you're actually better off probably eating even before it than after, because you don't want to break down your muscle during that workout. Now, however much protein you're getting in a day, whole nother video. We've done a lot on that here at One Wellness. But a simple thing to aim for most of us is 1 gram per pound of body weight. And just make sure that you've eaten around the time of your workout. That's really what it's about. It's not a specific window really at the end as much. A lot of that stuff is a myth. But if you have any questions about it, please hit me up. I would love to talk to you about it. So that's all we got for you guys today. I had fun. I always do. And I'll see you tomorrow, baby. You guys have a great rest of your night. Excited to see you then. And happy Wellness. Thank you. Good night, Margie. Bye.